Welcome back to JOMA Blog. My name is Mackenzie and this is PEX 2. Now if you saw PEX 1, you'll remember I didn't show you any PEX, but today we're here at DeVore & Johnson where we buy our PEX. I'm going to show you piles of it. Then we'll go to a PEX install. You'll finally get to see what it looks like installed, and that'll do it for PEX. I'll have taught you everything I know. So it's hot. So let's go. Morgan in the office?
She's actually not here today.
Oh. So once and for all, you can see what PEX looks like. Now, it comes in big rolls. It also comes in straight sticks. PEX, we mentioned that was cross-linked polyethylene. There's three different ways to cross-link polyethylene, and they refer to them as A, B, and C. We mostly use B PEX, which is a nice mix between affordability and flexibility. Some of the ways to cross-link those molecules are chemical and some are electromechanical. It happens during or after the extrusion process. Now, that's a whole lot of talk for this plastic is advanced. They use this plastic to make hip replacements and knee replacements, kayaks, cold air intakes for racing Mustangs. Notice PEX can bend. It can bend so much that you can coil it up. It can bend in an installation around corners and things like that. And that's one of the huge advantages to installing PEX over PVC or copper. We're not using as many elbows or special fittings. We get to just wind it around the house and have a really durable and nice plumbing system. Also notice we've got red and blue PEX. It's color coded to keep things absolutely as simple as possible. PEX can also be installed in two different ways. There's the traditional plumbing that runs into your house, and in fact, I'll draw it out.
It runs into your house, you have to have a straight line of plumbing, and as it passes by different fixtures, you get a branch to go off to each one. You start to lose volume as you get to the end of those branches, which can be compensated for a little bit by making the pipe a little smaller and smaller. It's not the most ideal way to do plumbing, especially when PEX has a unique feature, which is to be able to be compatible with a monoblock. The monoblock has the main water source going in to a central location and then splitting off to each separate faucet or fixture, and it uses a lot more PEX, so it's not actually tons cheaper in those instances, but the amount of flexibility you get with turning fixtures on and off is incredible.
Oh, right, the install. Here's where a sink's going. Notice after install, the PEX is still quite flexible. That way you can align fixtures and cabinets very easily. We have drainage to the left here. It is PVC, but it doesn't get any pressure. It's gonna work just fine. Here is some white PEX. That's coming out of the wall where a toilet is going to be. And rather than having a blue piece of plastic behind the toilet, that looks nice. Here's the shower and tub situation, and there's copper there. It's there because that's where the spigot's coming out of the wall. We need something less flexible than PEX. But speaking of flex, look at that PEX going around a corner without any fittings. There's a ton of fittings to the left. What are all those for? Well, this place is tiny, and in the event that you do need to join PEX at a hard angle, it's quite easy to do so. You grab one of these crimp rings here, you slide it onto your PEX, then you pick your fitting that you need. This one looks just fine. You can insert that into the end of your PEX and then slide your crimp ring back over it. Then you get to use this big tool, which will shrink that crimp ring over the PEX, making a secure permanent joint. Whew, I think we're done. Huge thanks to DeVore & Johnson for giving me free reign of their PEX department. I got to look at giant piles of PEX, you got to see fittings and tools, and it's really everything I wanted it to be. DeVore & Johnson's open to the public and they're located on Chase Street. You can come down and talk to a plumbing professional here. They also have lots of fixtures and things that are much more pretty than PEX. In fact, you won't be allowed to play around in the PEX section like I did, and that's why I did it for you here now. Welcome to JOMA Blog. My name is Mackenzie, and when you record yourself next to a street, people tend to look at you. Now, it doesn't actually matter because I have thousands of people looking at me through this camera lens, but it's very distracting when the stop sign is right behind this camera and they're just staring me down and idling. just looking at me.